Welcome back to Realistic Fishing. I'm out here this morning doing something a little different. I'm sight fishing for carp. In the springtime, I've noticed that this down tree right here holds carp every once in a while. I'm gonna throw a dough ball in there on some braided line and see if I can fish one out. It's gonna be rough fishing around all the wood. Hopefully I don't get snapped off, but we'll give it a try. We'll see what happens. So if I can get a carp, I'm gonna be fighting them on a bait cast reel and a medium heavy action rod. All I'm gonna do is take some white bread, got a size 1 circle hook here. I'm just going to form a ball right around the hook. Pitch it out there. Since this has no weight, what I'm going to do is pull a bunch of line like this and then just kind of swing it on out there. Alright, so now I'm just going to stand here and wait until I see one down there. You look for moving shadows, fanning tail, anything that might give you a hint that there's a carp. Sometimes you can plainly see them, sometimes you can't. Alright, well, let's just drop it down and see if we get any attention. I want my drag fairly tight, but not super tight. Alright, I see a few bubbles coming up over there. That's a good sign. Carp are one of those fish, they tend to spook easily. So I'm just going to stand here, keep my eye on my line in case it starts moving. But I'm also going to keep looking out here to see if I can see anything. I might want to lift mine back out and toss it somewhere else if that's the case. I saw a few more bubbles coming up over here. It's a good sign. And carp will feed off the bottom, so if your bait's sitting on the bottom, you can still catch them. Since I'm using a circle hook, if I get a bite, I'm gonna slowly pull up on it and put pressure and not yank on it. Hopefully I can remember. During the excitement of a bite, sometimes you forget what you're doing. If I do hook into a fish, I hope he bolts out that way, not under the trees. So far I don't really see much going on. It's one thing about carp fishing though, you gotta be patient. Still not really seeing any carp yet. Sometimes they're hard to see mixed in amongst the logs and trees and stuff down here. Come find my bread. Polarized glasses really help you see into the water, but when it's this murky, it's still pretty hard to see the fish. Whoa, hey, my line moved. My line moved. Might have had a little bite there. Could have been a bluegill. Alright, let's get a new piece of bread on. Had a little bit of movement on the line there, but I see a couple of dirt clouds over there in the water. That's where I'm going. Typically means there are carp rummaging on the bottom over there. So we're going to cast it over there and let it sit on the bottom and see what happens. When I first got here, the water looked like it was flowing this way. Now it looks like it's flowing this way. It's pretty interesting. We'll go back to this side for now. I'm not sure about the water temperature right now, but I would say between 55 and 60. Whoa, there, my line moved. It bolted for a second, but then it went slack again. It could have been a bluegill. Look, now the water is flowing this way again. See the junk on top? My bread fell off. After a while it gets so soggy that just falls off. Let's get a new one on here. My line moving? Got one. There we go. There we go. Battling that carp. I don't want him to get into those trees. He's got me under the trees, but I'm gonna wrestle him back out. There we go. Finally. Got to get him under the gill if I can, because I don't have a net with me. Strong. Almost had him. There we go. Check him out. Now that's a carp. Got him on a bread ball. Let's set him down, get the hook out so we can let him go. There we go, that's the hook I used. Just a size 1 circle hook. Oh. There we go, yeah, that's a big carp. All right, let's go get him back in the water. There he goes. Amazing fish. I knew I could get one over there. Wow, that was wild. All right, let's check out the rig I used. So, caught him on my Lew's speed spool bait caster using this H2O Express medium heavy. None of that really matters. I did catch him with 50-pound braid. and this size 1 circle hook. All I used was white bread, right? I just grab a little piece, roll it into a ball around the hook. I pitched it out there alongside this down tree and waited for that line to start moving. Then I got one. I battled them pretty hard to keep them from going too far into these trees and stuff. The braided line really helped me control the fish so I could get them in quick and get them released quick. I caught 1 carp. Carp. So there you go. Can you catch a carp on straight braid? Of course you can. Can you catch a carp on white bread from your counter that costs 59 cents for a whole loaf? Yeah. Thanks for watching Realistic Fishing. Keep it realistic.